Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. James here with Humble Beer Reviews. Today I'm going to be doing the Tasmanian IPA. It's a seasonal IPA from Schlafly out of St. Louis. Been a couple of years since I've had this beer, and I remember it being very good. My palate has changed quite drastically since then, but I'm still thinking that this is going to be a real treat. They also have this in the 16-ounce configuration now. Before, I think that they only did 12 ounce and as far as packaging, and maybe on tap at their tap rooms and things like that. So this comes in at 7.2%, I believe. Actually, I have it written down. 7.2%, 65 IBUs. This emphasizes the Galaxy hop. It's a Tasmanian or an Australian hop. Might be a couple of other hops used in this. Yeah, Topaz. But this is going to emphasize the Galaxy hop, probably dry hop as well with Galaxy. And looking forward to this one. It's been quite some time since I've had it, so let's go ahead and get into a glass. Sorry about the lighting. I don't know how this looks to y'all, but I'm in my garage and that sun is coming through. I always seem to have lighting issues when I'm doing reviews. All right. A little bit of foam coming out. Better pour that one quick. All right. Some of you might recognize my channel, Humble Beer Reviews, and you may have been subscribed in the past. Now, I took a pretty long break from reviews and from beer as well. So I ended up disabling my channel during that time. Wasn't sure if I was even going to reopen it. Obviously, I'm back. But something happened and I lost all of my subscribers and all of my videos. So that was kind of a bummer. If you recognize my channel, you would like to resubscribe, you want to continue seeing videos, and you want to reconnect so that we can share our passion for beer or whatever it is that you do, please resubscribe. If this is the first time that you're seeing my channel, I will have plenty more reviews and other beer related things up in the future, so you're more than welcome to stick around. I'd love to get to know you. So with that being said, kind of out of focus there. I hope y'all can see that can art okay. Really neat can art, by the way. Kind of neat. No description, which I would have liked to have seen a description of the beer. But it does give the IBUs and the ABV, so that's cool. Canned on date, I don't think they have it. No, they do. August 2018. So this is pretty old by an IPA standard for me. You want to get these consumed within 90 days for the most part if you want the fullness and the freshness of the beer that you pay for. So anyways, in the glass, it's got a nice hazy unfiltered appearance. It's not really marketed as a New England style, and it's not, but it definitely has a nice unfiltered appearance, nice color too in the glass, kind of getting that kind of a dark orange, dark gold type of color there. Looking at about a finger and a half of a slightly off-white but creamy head. It's got that rockiness in the center that you might be able to see there. I don't know. I can see it from here. Looks tasty. Let's get a nose. Yeah. That's exactly what I remember about having this beer a couple of years back. Is this kind of grapefruit, cantaloupe. It's very heavy on the cantaloupe, actually. It's really interesting. One of the few beers that I've had that I can remember that has that strong cantaloupe presence. It's really neat. A little bit of peachiness, lots of fruit, apple. Not so much on the citrus other than the grapefruit. It's that type of citrus that has that twang to it like grapefruit does. Or even even cantaloupe, which is less citrusy, but it just has that really unique flavor. Not really getting anything like orange, maybe a little bit of lemon. That's really nice. It looks great in the glass. I hope y'all can see that as good as I can. All right, let's try it. Cheers. Oh, wow. You're getting all of those flavors that you picked up on in the aroma. Interesting thing about this beer, and it could be the Galaxy hops. Actually, I know it is because I've had other Galaxy hopped beers and had this similar flavor. It tastes like peanut butter. There's this really weird kind of nuttiness to it, almost like any bitter qualities that you might get out of a peanut, like an unsalted peanut. Almost has like an oily texture. Pardon me. That's really interesting. Wow. That's cool. I don't know if you've ever put peanut shell in your mouth. I used to do that all the time because they're salty. You know, they have a pretty cool taste to them by themselves. But that's almost what I'm getting. It's just this rustic kind of nuttiness. But you're also getting all of those, the grapefruit and the cantaloupe, and a good amount of hop bitterness. This is held up really well for being, what is it? It's January now. It's like second or third week of January. So we're looking at 9, 10, 11, 12. We're looking at 4+ months on this beer, and it's held up nicely. I think that, I don't know what malt bill they have for this beer, what else they've put in it. I don't know what kind of yeast they use, but it's complex enough and it's full enough to hold up. And those hops are really delivering after so long. Like I said, 90 days, most of you know. After 90 days, even 60 days, you're going to get a considerable difference in aroma and flavor profile, as opposed to a beer, an IPA that's hop forward, a week or two old. So, held up really nice. Very tasty. Schlafly puts out good beers. I'm pretty sure they sold. I don't know if they sold to AB InBev. I have no clue. Hopefully not, but it happens. But they still put out good beers. They do a hoppy wheat. Not sure if it's a reoccurring beer, but I've had it once. It was very good. And a hoppy farmhouse ale, which is a very, very good example of kind of a session IPA and a farmhouse or a saison put together. And they really did a good job at balancing those flavors on that one. So if you see that one, pick it up. That one's also a seasonal. Not really sure when it comes out because we don't always get Schlafly in my area. But if you see it and the hoppy wheat, pick that one up as well as this one. This one's really good. That was the Tasmanian IPA, guys. Very Galaxy forward. Had the cantaloupe and the grapefruit. Very tasty. Untapped gives this a 3.85, and for Untapped, I would consider that to be a very good score. Anything 3.5 or above, at least for me, when I do grading on Untapped, the beer was good. Anything less than 3.5, again, this is just for me, my own grading on Untapped. There was an issue with the beer that I would have wanted to be different, So 3.85 is good. I would easily give this really 4, maybe 4.25, considering that it held up well. It's very balanced, but it also has that unique nutty flavor along with that cantaloupe and that grapefruit. So very tasty, guys. If you see it, pick it up. Tasmanian IPA from Schlafly. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Cheers.